What's good, guys? So we're going to be going over my position I currently have in SMCI. I'm currently short on it. This is the current trade that I'm holding. You can see I have 100 short shares. I'm down right now about $10,000. And in this video, we're going to be going over why I'm short, why I was short before, and what my plans are at this point. So if you guys want to stay up to date with SMCI specifically, you can just go to our website, thtcommunity.com, and then you guys can go into the analysis and blog section, and you can just scroll down to the shorting SMCI stock for a third time blog post. And I update this throughout the day. You can also get updates on X, which we post for free, or join our private academy, which the link will be in the description for that if you want to get access to all of our trades. But let's go over the recap so far. So the current position that we're holding right now is 100 shares short. And you guys can see on the actual blog that we posted, we had 2 entries yesterday, and then I actually added another entry today. Or I'm sorry, on the 6th. The first 2 were on the 5th. This last one was on the 6th for 25 more short. If we go back over here, you're going to see these are the other positions that we took. So we ended up shorting 2 other times for SMCI, and then this is the original post as to why we were expecting it to go short. Now, looking at how we were setting up at this point, you guys are going to see that we are currently not through my stop loss that we had planned. After hours we are now, but I'm not including that. All of my trading strategy, everything that I run off of is all based off of closure of candles. So this is why, for instance, if we just get out of here for a second, I did not end up stopping out back here on the 4th. So we ended up coming back down. Then we ended up having this bounce off of this support where we re-entered short, and now we're holding this level. So my plan was to see what happens, and if we closed over this into a higher high, which at this point we have not, but after hours we are up more than enough. So tomorrow we will probably end up closing this out unless miraculously somehow we see SMCI pull its way back down. But what we were initially looking for was to fill this order block back to the downside, and then to see a potential rejection here, as you can see, to fill the fair value gap to like 1050, and the eventual fair value gap that we really wanted down to about $900 to $950. So at the end of the day, we did make a profit overall. Depending upon how tomorrow pans out, we'll see. At this point, we're up about $18,000 on SMCI since we started shorting this in patterns. And so in general, I decided to make the executive decision, not out of some YOLO or that I have to make this trade. This trade is not, from a risk standpoint, it's not like I have a ton of puts or anything that expire within a week. Shorting a shares is definitely inherently risky, but I knew what I was signing up for, which is just a part of it. So I think the biggest thing that I want you guys to realize through all of my trades, whether they're massive winners, right, or whether they're massive losers, is that it doesn't matter. Like, you don't even have a 64% win rate. Like, at the end of the day, my goal is to be very stoic with you guys when I win and when I lose, because I see so many people who get extremely emotional. And I understand that the reason that they get emotional and they get mad or people troll or whatever it is, it's not even out of a place of hatred, right? A lot of emotional trading is out of an act of desperation. And I know what it's like to be desperate, bro. Like, I'm a convicted felon. I fucked my life up decades ago. I'm 35. I look like I'm 16, but I fucked my life up decades ago. And I've been fucking homeless. I was in prison for months upon months. Like, I know what it's like to be desperate. And I know how shitty it feels at times. And I think that the reason that so many people fail when it comes to trading is they're trading out of desperation. And what I realized in my life was that when I finally got to the point where I wasn't trading out of desperation and every trade was, you scale appropriately, but small relative to my net worth and relative to my life, that's when it became easy, because life every day was not a game of life and life or death. It became more of a game of creating wealth long term, as opposed to how much money can I post on the internet today. And that's a bad game. That's a status game. And that's why I hate the fact that I really have to use the internet from a leverage standpoint in order to reach more people. But that's not the type of game that you want to play in life. Status games are games where in order for somebody to win, somebody else has to lose. And it's unfortunately that's what the market is. In order for me to win, someone has to lose, and in order for me to lose, somebody has to win. But I try to play those games as little as humanly possible because they don't help, right? Like at the end of the day, it's not about how much you've banked today or tomorrow. It's about what you're doing over the next decade upon decades upon decades, and over the next, whatever trades there are out there, because we're not focusing on making money tomorrow. And it's like, even if you look at some of the best scripts that I have, all of them are not made to make money today. All of them are made to have massive returns over the long term. If you just go to our website, just go to THT Community, you guys can just go to the actual homepage and you can see all of the DV1, which is our main proprietary trading bot, and the 65-minute DV2. You can see all of these returns over the past year and a half. We've had this over 10 years too, in this bigger format. But you can see that like all of these are over a lot of positions, right? You're looking at, 352% return, 56% return, 89% return. They're all over 167 positions. But the thing that people don't realize, and I know I'm going sideways a bit here, but it's very important for those of you who are still listening and who are taking this seriously, is like, the goal is not to be right over the next 2 trades. It's not to be right over the next 10 trades. It means to be right over the next 200 trades. And if you can't compose your risk management enough to actually be able to sustain 200 trades, then you might blow your account up in 5. That's why risk management is so important. That's why we teach it. So if you guys want to trade with us every day, go to thtcommunity.com, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.